friends, it's Jackeline here. In today's video, I'm bringing you my review, demo, swatches, and this makeup look using the brand new Chanel Le Blanc 2021 collection. But before we get started, and if you're new here, I hope that you will give me that opportunity and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. And now, if you want to know all the details about this new collection, Perles et Eclats du Chanel, then just keep on watching. As for my introduction, yes, today we're going to talk about Chanel Le Blanc 2021 makeup collection. Yes, this is Perles et Eclats du Chanel. That's the name of the collection, and I'm super excited. I have it right here, and let me tell you that this collection will be available starting February 3rd here in the United States. Then at the end of February, it will be available in Europe, and then early March, it's been said that it will be available in Canada. So don't you worry, you will get your hands on it. Not what happened with the spring collection and USA and Canada, that we're not able to get the quads, but that's pointless right there. So I was able to purchase a few products right here. I will be leaving all the details of the products that I will be talking about, my makeup and whatnot, on the description box below, and I will keep you posted as soon as the collection shows up online and also on different retailers. You know the drill. Make sure you follow me on Instagram because I also keep you posted, my friends. So now let's get to open this box of little treasures right here. I love how Chanel, they always package every single thing in so much detail. Okay friends, so as always, beautifully packaged. And let's just take this off right here. I know it's always so sad to rip off everything, so I have the items right here. Okay, let's go first with what? So here we go. This is the Perles de Lumiere, and this is the illuminating blush powder. And right now I only have bronzer. I don't have any blush because I really wanted to see what is this all about. So here you go. This is the unicorn. As you can tell, it has the design, the motif right on the front, on the sides. We find kind of like these very nude kind of shade. Usually the sides kind of tells you how is the product inside, or shouldn't say the inspiration, but kind of like the color story. Now this product is made in Italy and it has a shelf life of 18 months. It costs $70. Okay, let's just take a peek inside. And then it comes in the classical velvet pouch with the logo of Chanel. Let's just open it up right there. Black compact, the white logo, traditional. This product comes with 8 grams, which is the same as we have found on other products from Chanel, such as this one right here, Le Chance, from the holiday collection, and then Fleur de Printemps right here. So same size as this one. Okay, now let's just take a peek inside. It does have the half moon brush. And then let's just take this out, the protector too. Such a beautiful shade. It has kind of like a golden but at the same time nude kind of undertone, and the motif is inspired by, well, the name of the collection, which has to do with pearls and what Coco loved, pearls. I mean, all these different embossings that Chanel is coming out, they are just one after the other, just gorgeous. Now let's go ahead and swatch it. Oh my god. Okay. You know what? This is very much, well, it looks like a highlighter, I will say. What do you think? I mean, that looks very reflective. Very reflective. And you know, in fact, last year during the holidays, Dior came out with 2 beautiful blushes. Both of them, they say they were blushes, but one of them really worked as a highlighter and not as a blush. So, well, we'll see now. So here's the swatch. But you know what? Seeing it up close, it does have more of a rose gold undertone. Okay friends, I'm gonna be using my Sonia G Mini Cheek brush. And okay, let me just get you closer so you can see, because this doesn't have any shimmer, but I do have enlarged pores on this area. So I'm gonna apply, well, usually the way that I place my blush is right over here on the top. So we will try to do that and see how it looks as a blush. One more quick look at this beauty. Oh, so glorious. Okay, just gonna go ahead and grab a little, and let's go for this. It does have a little bit of that rose gold radiance, but it's barely there. You can pretty much don't see it. And I'm applying, I'm building it up quite a bit. Okay, let's try as a highlighter. Now you can see right there, it has a beautiful luminosity, but it's pretty much translucent. That's how I feel about it. It doesn't give me any like super champagne tone, super rose gold tone. It doesn't give me a gold tone either. It's mostly like a translucent kind of highlighter. So I think this is very pretty. I'm talking about the highlighter before I apply it on this side of my face. There are two Baume essentials on this collection. One is called Lumiere. It looks kind of between kind of like a pink with a little bit of warmth in it. I will put some swatches right here, and then the other one, which looks kind of whitish, is called Perles, and that one right there, it has a little bit of kind of like shimmer sparkles in it, kind of like a frosty kind of look. Both of them, they look really pretty, even on the swatches, but I'm gonna be very honest with you. I do have plenty of the Baume essentials, and I can never go through one alone. So I thought, you know what, again, this year, I don't wanna be wasteful. I have one right here. I think this was from last year in the shade Rosee. And since, I'm not saying that this is equal and Lumiere, because I haven't done, side-by-side comparisons, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply this Baume essential on this side of my face, and then I will go over top with the Perles et Lumiere and see how these lace together. What about that? Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use it as a blush, and this has, I think out of all the Baume essentials, I think this one is the one that has a little bit more, a little bit more color, because the color is very, very, very subtle. And I think you can see right here, that rosy tone that I do not have here. Okay, now let's go with the Perles et Lumiere. Let's just apply over top. And to set the Baume. And yeah, because it's translucent, it gives this kind of wet finish to the skin, which it has been a trend for a while right now, and I think the trend, it's gonna keep just going and going this year because of wearing masks. A lot of people, they have been avoiding having makeup on and then let just your skin breathe. And if your skin is in a nice stage, I do have some texture right here. I have a little bump right here, a little bump right here, and two bumps right here from the mask. But as you can tell, the Perles et Lumiere let the blush kind of, just be see-through through the powder. That's the way I see it. As you can tell right here, it just gives, it's pretty much, it's just totally translucent. I think, both ways it will work. Obviously, this will give you a lot more luminosity right here than this way, but I think you get an idea right here. And now let's go for this baby right here. This is the eyeshadow quad. On this collection, there's only one eyeshadow quad. And honestly, it was kind of like a little bit polemic, the way that the eyeshadow quad looked. Because it seems like two shades are very repetitive, but we will see in a second. Here we go. This is the eyeshadow quad Unique 374 Allure Et Eclat. This quad is made in France and it has a shelf life of 18 months. And the cost of the eyeshadow is of $65. Let's take a peek. Classical velvet pouch. Black compact with white logo. And here we go. I think you can see the difference right here. This shade right here looks more creamy. This one is more frosty. Oh, there's no matte shades right here. They all have a pearlescence to it. And let's give it a swatch. Here you go. These are it. You know, this shade right here on the pan, it does look like it has kind of like a little chip, but on the swatch you can barely see it. This shade right here is more of like a very light peachy shade. This shade right here is definitely a beautiful, just kind of like a cream shade. And then this shade right here has a lot more luminosity, is what I will call a metallic shade. This is a very different formula from Chanel from what we have seen before. And then this shade right here is not burgundy, it's kind of like a brown reddish tone. I mean, truly beautiful, very light though. Now this collection also comes with two Estilo Ombre et Contour, which are kind of like eyeliners, but you can also use them as an eyeshadow. One is called Burgundy Perles, and that looks, I mean, like a beautiful, very warm, rich color, kind of like this right here. And although it looks very pretty, you know, I don't think I will use it for my entire eyelid. But the other one, 40 Beige Perles, that one looks beautiful too. A little bit more, I will say, between a antique gold close to a taupey shade. They both look pretty, but I decided to pass on them, but those are part of the collection as well. Okay, my friends, now that we have this right here, let's start with the eye look. First, I'm going with this shade here, and I'm applying it all over the mobile lid. This is a very, very soft shade, and I'm applying it. This is my Sonia G Builder Pro Brush, which it packs. Usually it packs a lot. So I'm just gonna go back again to it, and I want to try it wet with a little bit of my MAC Fix Glass. That helped the shade a little bit more. I'm gonna try it with my finger right now. And you know what? That's the nature of this shade right here. It's super, super light. And you know what? That is just the nature of the eyeshadow. It's barely there. I mean, it's blank, you know, just like little pearls. Okay, now let's go with my Sonia G Mini Booster. I'm gonna go to the deeper shade. And I'm gonna apply these on the outer V. And it diffuses so well. I mean, it does give a little bit of depth, counting that I'm not using any type of like packing brush. So this is a good way to have control and create that kind of like ombre effect between the first shade and the second shade. Do you see the brown undertone that this shade has? So it looks burgundy. It does have a little bit of burgundy, but it does have also a brown undertone. I'm gonna take it right on the crease too. I actually love the contrast that these two shades right here are making. It looks so nice. And these you can definitely build it on. There's enough pigment in here to build on and intensify the outer V, which I'm doing right now. And now you can see really well the contrast between the first and this shade. It makes this burgundy shade right here, it really makes this shade right here pop. Love it. Now I'm going to go ahead and use this shade with my finger. And you can use a brush, but I just want to kind of tap it in a little right in the middle of the eyelid to create kind of like a frosty halo look, but without being too much, just giving a little bit of luminosity. Keeping it very light and feminine. There you go. Refer 02 brush. And I'm gonna apply this shade on my lower lash line. Refer 03 brush. And let's go with this creamy shade. And I'm gonna apply this shade on my inner corner. Now this shade doesn't have a lot of pigment. It will just give a very, very subtle hint of luminosity right there. You can see birdie there. Now if you're one of those who like a very bright kind of inner corner highlight, or just giving it a little bit more intensity, I would suggest just go ahead and wet it. So I'm gonna do that for this demo. These are matte fix glass. And now I'm applying it wet. And as you can tell, there's just a little, I mean, you can see it a little better now. Just a little bit more. Synergy flat definer and a deeper shade. I'm taking this shade and applying it on the outer third of my lower lash line. And I'm also going to take it on my upper lash line. I'm going to see how well it lines. And in fact, if you just wet it just a little bit, then you will see how the burgundy tone actually shows more when applying it wet. And again, this is not a matte formula, it's more of like a satin formula. And I mean, you can also do it with a matte formula and it will do the same type of effect. Now I'm applying that Stylo U in Blanc Graphique. For lashes, Le Volume de Chanel. Completely done with the eye look, and now let's go into lipsticks. And on this collection we didn't sell many or pretty much no sneak peeks of the lipsticks, but there are several ones. Two of them are Coco Flash. I'm going to put the images right here. One that it looks more like ivory pink called Dessert. Very kind of like, even I would say a little bit frosty in tone, but very kind of like translucent. And the other Coco Flash is a little bit more of like brownish pinkish tone called Delicatesse. I decided to skip on those. Those are more, I mean, they do have pigmentation, but they are on the sheer side. Now there is a Rouge Allure Velvet in the shade Profondeur, which is an orangey rosewood tone. Very interesting tone, I will say, mostly for springtime. And then two Rouge Coco, one in Eclat, which is an intense pink, and that one I was really almost there to get it. But the one that really stole my heart is Tendresse, and that's the one that I pick up. It is right here. I mean, like I said, everything wrapped. Here you go. This is the Unicorn, the Rouge Coco in 496 Tendresse. And this is more of that hydrating formula. This lipstick is made in France and it has a shelf life of 18 months. Here you go. Typical packaging, logo of Chanel on the top. Let's take a peek. Looks gorgeous. Right my alley. Oh, I love this shade right here. It looks so pretty. I'm just gonna put it down here. Beautiful pink shade with that a little bit of peach in it, like rosy peach. Let's go ahead and try it. Before I go into my final thoughts, the Perles Et Eclat du Chanel collection, Le Blanc collection of 2021 also comes with two different nail polishes. I'm going to put them right here. One that is more of like white pearlized, and then the other one is kind of like a very light rosy burgundy pearlized tone. Honestly, I usually do not use pearlized type of nail polishes, although I do paint my nails myself. So I decided to skip on those, but I just want to make sure to mention it right here so you're aware of what it comes on this entire collection. I mean, it's a pretty substantial collection. I should say it has many products that we have not seen on sneak peeks, and I'm happy to bring it to you right here. Going now into my final thoughts, starting with the Perles de Lumiere. This blush highlighter is very different to whatever I have from Chanel. I mean, honestly, I took out so many other ones. I mean, like obviously this one right here, but I also took out this one right here, and I mean, I can swatch it here for you. Look at this, how metallic it is, and I just went to the gold side, and look the difference of these. You see right there? Then I also went ahead and took out this highlighter right here from Charlotte Tilbury, very gold. I mean, I have to say that this highlighter right here is just way different for what we have seen before from Chanel. In fact, I feel that it's more alike to this Le Beige Healthy Fluid, in the sense that when you apply it on, you will see a little bit of color, and this one right here is in the shade Sun Kiss, but ultimately as you blend it in, it just leaves you with, you know, I mean, like you can barely see it right there, but it's just basically a glow on the skin that is pretty much imperceptible, even though it works a little bit better as a highlighter or as a blush topper to give that sheeny look to the face, mostly over top of the Baume Essential. And then as far as the eyeshadow quad, I will have to say that I really love the outcome of the eye look. It looks really beautiful. You will have to really work with these shades though. This one has pigmentation, this one is very light, so I think it's not gonna work for every skin tone. But yet, I will even have to say that if you have a deeper complexion, these very light shades in here, they will actually contrast really well with a tan skin tone, or you know, medium tan skin tone. I do have a light to medium skin tone. The only shade right here that I had a little bit of trouble really showing, even when applied wet, is this shade right here. That's the only one that it gave me a little bit of trouble. All of the shades are different enough. This one, because it has the sparkles, a little bit of a frosty aspect. All of them, like I said, they are satin, or you know, like a very satiny finish for the most part, with the exception of this one right here. And this one is just different than this because it has that creamy shade, but like I said, it's very light, very light. I think perhaps that's the only one that I'm like, I don't know. And then, I mean, the Rouge Coco is just perfect all year round, but this rosy, peachy tone, it just looks so beautiful, perfect for springtime. And I love also the formulation of the Rouge Coco. It's just so hydrating, so beautiful, and you know, we need that nourishment on our lips, so I'm just so excited. And actually, I'm just so tempted to get the other one that is a little bit more pinky. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm just so elated about this shade. I just think it's just so pretty. And don't forget, I will be leaving on the description box below all the details of all the products that I used today, everything that we discussed, and I will keep you posted as soon as it comes available on Chanel's website. I would love to know now from you, are you planning to pick up anything from this collection? What of all the products that we discussed today you're interested on? I would love to hear from you. And while you're at it, and if you haven't done so yet, I hope that you will give me that opportunity, and let's grow our family. Just go ahead and look under this screen, subscribe to my channel, make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. I really want to get to that 10K both here in YouTube and on Instagram, so hopefully, I mean, you can help me there by sharing, liking. Yeah, if you like this video, just give it a thumbs up, make sure you share with family and friends, and until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye!